The pop-up video, yeah. Oh my God, it's hilarious.
I used to like the Numa Numa Kid.
I don't know that.
Is that Numa Numa song? You have to see it. We'll look it up another time off air.
Yeah, I don't know that.
But you will recognize it if you saw it.
Yeah,
basically just little fat kid dancing.
Oh, okay.
But he brought me joy. He brought me a lot of joy.
Yes, yeah. I love a lot of things that go viral most of the time. But sometimes it goes.
They usually go viral for a reason.
That's true.
There's usually some sort of entertainment value in it, like Antoine Dobson. Wasn't that his name? Antoine Dobson.
I just like remixes.
Kids, hide your wife.
Oh my God, that is still one of my favorites.
When they auto tune that, those remixes, man. When they auto tune some of them, like and Antoine's was great.
You just brought my day so much joy.
My favorite one was ain't nobody got time for that.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Ain't nobody got time for that. People still saying that.
Ain't nobody got time for that. I say that all the time.
All the time.
Yes. That one, Antoine Dobson one. That one was.
Hide your kids, hide your wife.
The one with the Thanksgiving one. Hams, Grams.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Shirley Caesar.
Right. Yeah. Oh, and let's not forget about this one. Let's see. We got one here, actually.
I'm in love with the cold. Hey, I got it for the low. I'm in love with the cold.
Yes.
I got it for the low.
That's the short version, but I got the long version. It is she go to church on that boy. She fucked that song all the way up. You get the Holy Ghost with her going singing about the cocoa, man. On the low.
Yeah.
Oh man. Yeah, boy.
That's the one great thing about social media. So you can all connect with so many different types of.
No, that's true. Things. That is a touching point that like so many people have in common. Like we all seen this video. We all know that song.
Yeah, and you know what's crazy is like that's becoming the new thing for us because it used to be music, and now music is so fragmented, and segmented.
There's big artists that some people, like most people, never heard of, but they are successful by the new standards.
Yeah, by financial standards and stuff, balling out and stuff. And there are people who are, used to just be old people who were out of it, who had no idea that, this big artist or whatever, but that's not the case anymore. It could just not be your genre or just somebody you just not got, nobody put you up on them. It could even be an artist in a genre that you like. And you still can just like not know about them.
I'm at that age now where I still try to seek out new music, and I listen to, especially having Amazon, they always have like new releases. I try to listen to those things like that. But I'll find something I like, it's pleasing to my ear, and I'll add it to a playlist. And then somebody will ask me about a certain artist. I'm like, I never heard of them.
Right.
And then they'll play a song. I'm like, oh, I know that song is on my playlist. I didn't know that's who it was.
Yeah,
that's where I'm at now.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. Like the new guy that just came out, Daniel Caesar.
I love Daniel Caesar.
Did not know that was his name.
Daniel Caesar and HER. That the best part. That's,
you see what I'm saying?
That's my jam right there.
But he has a lot of great music, and I know like almost his whole album. Yeah. Didn't even know his name.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah.
Didn't even know his name.
I don't know his name. I don't know who he is either.
Daniel Caesar is somebody that's like that, exactly like that. I have a bunch of songs. Did not know that was him. And then when I love HER, so when the best part came out featuring Daniel Caesar, I'm like, I know that voice.
Oh.
And I'm like, oh, wait a minute. I got this dude all up in my library. I didn't even know who he was.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's one thing I do miss. Like I said, I'm not a big, like, the way it used to be kind of guy. When it comes to technology and things like that, I'm usually okay with how things evolve and, the advancements and things that we make because of it. But one thing I found myself really missing, I miss, like, there being the songs, the few big songs that everybody knew. Where you can make a reference and a joke, and everybody would get it. I miss that. I miss that.
Yeah, you don't have to be, you could live under a rock and know
And-
Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
living the vida loca.
Right,
Yeah,
right,
yeah,
right,
yeah,
right,
yeah,
right.
yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Mambo number 5.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, you can make a Mambo number 5 joke and everybody would get it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Living in America.
Right.
Mhm.
But exactly.
Macarena.
But not yeah. But those days are gone now.
Yeah.
They're gone.
Yeah.
They're gone
You're
now.
exactly
And now
right.
though, what's closer to that is like we're talking about some of these type things, memes and viral videos and whatnot. Are you can more closely reach more people or commonality with people through something like that than you can with music.
Isn't
Oh,
Gangnam
absolutely.
Style the most viral video, like the most viewed video of all time?
I
wouldn't be
I think I
surprised.
heard that. I think I did hear that.
That's where the two actually do meet.
You sure it wasn't like one of Soldier Boy's songs? That first Soldier Boy.
What?
That was like one of the first ever like songs to like be on the like internet streaming or some crap like that.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Did HER, did she ever, has she ever explained like how she came up
The
with that
name?
name? Is it an acronym or?
I don't really follow a lot of interviews and stuff like this. I don't really. I only know what maybe somebody will tell me about. Like I know she's from L.A.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
I know she's real young. That's it. I've
Okay.
seen her perform. I've seen her perform live.
Yeah.
She kind of on the short side. She always got on sunglasses.
Right.
She one of those. She's somebody that I would have thought was cool in high school. Who looked like, I'll tell you, she looks like. She looks like that black lesbian girl that was really hip. That you couldn't quite figure out what her game was. Like, was she just mannish? I'm not saying she's a lesbian,
Right,
but
right,
she
right,
does
right.
she kind of does have
Got
a
that
mannish
vibe.
Very
vibe
casual
about her. That's
vibe.
like, are you like, you trying to be a boy or you just too cool for
She has that
labels?
very casual vibe.
Yeah, like, are you just too cool for labels? So you just do your own thing. That's what. And I would be like, I'm intrigued by her. I want to know about her.
Very mysterious and mature beyond her years.
And she's probably like
for
23.
high school. Yeah.
Have you guys, speaking of music, have you guys checked out that show called Songland?
No.
I haven't seen it. I've heard about it, and other people keep recommending it to me, especially to me.
Where is it found?
It's on regular TV. I don't.
Okay.
Yeah, just that's all I know. Regular TV. It was on break for a long time, and it just came back. And my wife and I, we watch it. And I don't usually get into the competition stuff, shows or whatever. This one I like. A lot of them I'll watch like one season and I'm done. Like Dancing with the Stars or the So You Think You Can Dance and stuff like
The
that.
Voice. and
No,
all
this
that
is a
stuff?
songwriting competition.
This one is a songwriting competition.
Oh.
And what I like about it is that it gives you a little snippet of the creative process. Of course, they can't show you everything, but they show you quite a bit. It's like 4 or 5 artists, 4 or 5 songwriters, I should say, not artists. Typically, there's songwriters. Sometimes they're artists too, but most times they're songwriters. They get selected, and 3 of them, I think three of the 4 are chosen as finalists to have their song produced and sung by whatever artist it is that week. Every week it's a different artist.
Oh, okay.
They've had like not Common. They've had Will I Am.
Oh, wow.
They've had I'm blanking. I think Meghan Trainor was on there, and
Her
some
voice.
other ones.
They're good songwriters too.
Yeah.
Anyway, so and they have 3 producers. They all produce these big hits. There's a black woman, I don't know her name, but she's the one who wrote and produced for Nicki Minaj the Super Bass song. And they all are very credentialed and well known in the industry. There's 2 white guys and a black lady. And so what they do is once the 3 are selected, the one is sent home. The 3 they pair up with a producer and they work on tailoring. They already know ahead of time who the artist is that they're going to try to get to do their song. So they already have that. They already have something that's kind of supposed to be kind of in their field. Something that's like them. And then they start working with the producers to, based on the feedback that they get from the producers and the artists, they each pair up with a producer and they work the song until they get it,
Right.
as best they can to where they think the artist will like it.
Mhm.
And there's been times when the artist liked all the songs. You know, I think it might have been Will I Am. It's like, I'm putting all these songs on my album.
Wow.
Like, and
Wow.
but this one to be a single, and then there's whatever. But yeah, when it comes down to it, they can choose more than one if they want to.
Awesome.
So, but yeah, it's it's very interesting, and like I said, I just like watching the process, and also I like, even because I'm not musical at all, really. You know, I'm not musical at all, but during the process I could see some things that are that would be relevant in another art form, like, you know, joke telling or writing jokes or whatever. I would see certain things like that, and I was like, that's interesting, because you know, or when we do this making a film or something, then we do something similar to that. So I just appreciate the artistic process.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
It's not a competition show. It's a music show. Have you guys been hip to this show called? It's on YouTube, and it's called Tiny Desk Concert.
Haven't heard of it.
Mm-mm.
Okay, do yourself a favor. NPR Tiny Desk Concerts, sponsored by All Songs Considered.
Okay.
So these are 15 to 20-minute concerts that are on YouTube. This weekend and over the last week, I saw H.E.R., Daniel Caesar, Erykah Badu, Lizzo, Anthony Hamilton, Adele, a bunch of them. There's a bunch of them, like all kinds of
I'm
artists.
sad I didn't know about this. Where's
Well,
this
it's still
from
there.
now?
It's on YouTube.
YouTube, okay.
NPR Tiny Desk Concerts.
Okay.
Okay.
And also the black girl that's on that show is Esther Dean.
Yeah, Esther Dean. That's her name.
It's Esther Dean, and she's done I love her. She writes big hit songs.
Yeah, I like her too. She's one of my favorites on there. But yeah,
And Adam Levine's on there too?
he has been on there. He's not a
Okay.
regular.
Okay.
Oh, he's
Like, he was like the artist of the week one time.
because he's
So-
on. This is the voice.
But have you did you guys know that Amazon is now starting to get into the whole comedy special thing
Oh.
and compete against Netflix
Wow.
as an outlet?
I'm not surprised by that.
I'm not
Yeah.
surprised. I mean, Disney's officially gone off Netflix,
So yeah, so they have, like, Jim Gaffigan has a special on there, Alonzo Bowden has a special on there. So yeah, so they are becoming, you know, players in the whole stand-up comedy thing. I mean, Pip and I was talking like last week or whatever thing. We've both been watching a lot of stand-up lately.
Love
Yeah, me
That Wanda
too.
Sykes one is good.
Oh my God.
That's
isn't
on my
it?
list. You said
Oh.
you have too? What you been
Yes.
checking out? Who you been checking out?
I've been watching them all. Like, my new thing on Netflix is irreverent comedies. So I've been watching all the stand-ups.
Maybe it's going around.
I guess so.
Anybody see They Ready?
I did.
They Ready?
It was all right.
I've only seen the first 2 episodes.
I've
and
seen them all.
Are
they
all ready?
they not ready.
They not ready.
They not ready.
It gets better.
They not ready.
It gets
Really?
better, like, once it go. Yeah, once you watch more. How far did you get? To the,
Like I said, I only saw the
to
first
trans-
2.
Okay.
To what's her name? Flame.
Yeah, the
Flame something is her name. Flame. I can't think of it.
the last 2 are okay.
But
But that hurts my heart
So-
that they're not ready, because they can't be ready, but sometimes you don't need a national spotlight before you're ready,
Yeah.
because that's just gonna hurt you. Because later on, people, when you are ready, people are like, "Oh, I see her. She ain't no good."
Right.
But
right.
like the first lady, now she's, how do I say it? Okay, she was amusing. She held my attention for the whole time, but she didn't make me laugh that much. But she didn't make me want to turn it off either.
That's
You know
how I
what
used
I'm
to
saying?
feel about Chris Rock.
Mhm.
That's why I felt about
Interesting.
Chris Rock until the Niggas versus Black People. That one.
Okay.
That's when I switched on him, because I was like, no, he's legit funny.
So she was like, she's been in the game a minute. She's been in the game over 10 years. So, but
they're all seasoned.
she but I feel her on that though. You know what though? My thing is what I'm kind of in my head about is, like, these are people that she picked
Mm-hmm.
and thought that they were hilarious, but they're not. So I'm like, how does that happen? Now the Flame I get, even though she wasn't hilarious, I get Flame because Flame was a personal friend of hers, and she said, when I make it, I'm coming back for you, and she did that, and I give her all the props in the world for that. Like, I don't, even though Flame wasn't all that, I have no problem with what she did for Flame. You know what I'm saying? That's her girl, and she said that she was going to bring her, and she did that shit, you know, and they gave her props for that.